Only 8 games played on Saturday in the National League South. 23 goals. Who wants some more? Yes, that's right, guys. We are back and we are looking at the National League South yet again after our review for last Saturday, seeing how we got on with our predictions and giving you some more predictions and a preview going into Tuesday night's games. Before we do any of that, you know what we need to do first. Hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on further videos coming your way, all football related, featuring your side. While you're subscribing, and down there at the bottom of the page, hit that like button as well. You know, it makes sense, and that will give your side some luck towards getting 3 points on Tuesday night. Before we get on with this week's fixtures, let's have a look at how we got on Saturday. Predicted a 2-2 with Billericay and Slough. Slough didn't do as well as what we thought. Billericay got the win done. Chelmsford got the one the wrong way around, with Hampton and Richmond taking the 3 points, but spot on with Chippenham. Only a goal out in the Dorking game. Predicted 3-1 was 4. Eastbourne thought they'd win, but they doubled what we predicted. And Hampton Oxford, which we thought would be share the spoils, haven't won 2-1. Looking at the rest of the games then, Hemel Hempstead, well, they lost 2-1 at home to Welling, which we predicted. Hungerford, Dulwich, well, that fell afraid of the weather. Maidstone, Dartford went for a 3-3 classic, but Dartford quite comfortably, scoreline-wise, came away with a 2-0 win at Maidstone. So quite impressed, really. 4 correct results out of the 8, 2 correct scores. So definitely very impressed with that. So how does that leave the table? Well, it leaves it with Dartford still flying high with a 4-point cushion, albeit playing 2 games more than Dorking. In second, they gone above Hungerford after their postponement. Eastbourne, Ebbsfleet, Maidstone and St Albans all make up the playoff places. Haven't going closer to the playoffs at the moment. In the bottom, it's still pointless for Braintree. 0 points, still no wins for Dulwich. Welling got their first 3 points as they moved above Bath City into 18th. And, you know, Braintree are just searching for that first point, aren't they? Our top scorers in the division then, well, that goes to Dorking, who are up there now with Maidstone with 17 goals between them. Eastbourne and Ebbsfleet have 14 of the next best, highest goal scoring sides. Some big scoring teams already. The top goal scorers in the division, well, that is led by that Mr. Reliable again, Jason Pryor. 7 goals for Dorking already this season, and 3 players on 5 currently. Jake Robinson of Billericay, Ryan Seeger of Hungerford, and Charlie Walker coming into the contention now with 5 for Eastbourne. So looking ahead to Tuesday's fixtures then, which are coming up, you can scratch one off already. We've already had Bath as got hold of Havant and told them they will not be able to play this due to players restricted with COVID and also injuries as well, making it near on impossible for them to fulfil this fixture. And the National League has given them permission to honour that. Bottom of the table, Braintree go up against Concord. Dartford play St Albans. Dulwich play Dorking Wanderers. Ebbsfleet play Maidstone. Hampton and Richmond have Hemel Hempstead. Oxford City, Chippenham. Slough, Hungerford. Tonbridge, Eastbourne. And Welling versus Billericay. Let's look at these games in more depth, shall we, and give you our predictions and preview to each game coming up. First stop we look at then is Cressing Road. And that is the home of bottom of the table, Braintree. Played 7, lost 7. Said before the game on Saturday that they had been losing by the odd 1-0 defeat, so there's something to work towards there. But 3 goals in the last 15 minutes at Eastbourne away on Saturday in a 4-0 defeat. Something is severely lacking there in the dressing room. Fans pointing at the manager, the owners, the board, whoever it is. Something needs to happen and happen fast for Braintree to survive this season. They go up against Concord, 2 contrasting last 2 away games in this division. Lost 6-0 in one of them and won 4-1 in the other. Alex Wall back to Concord from Woking, hoping to get close to his 21 goals in the 18-19 season to give Concord a bit more of a fighting chance to move up the table. Won 1-0 here at Cressing Road last December, and I don't see anything other than that going ahead into this week. I've gone for a 2-1 Concord victory. From the home of the basement side to the home of the league leaders, going to Dartford, and they go up against a very well organised St Albans side here on Tuesday. Dartford, top of the league, played 3 more games than their opposition and 6 points ahead, and that goes to show what great start St Albans have had to the start of the season. But going into Dartford, won 7 of their 9 games. Lost their last home game against Dorking, but followed that up with 2 away wins to show that that was just a mild blip. For St Albans, then, they're unbeaten in the league, 4 wins from their 5 games. 20th last season. Their top scorer, Ufano, left to go to Hampton. They've won against teams like Ebbsfleet this season, Hampton and Richmond. They've done such great stuff in the summer and really rebuilt that squad a little bit, haven't they? And really worked on what they were lacking on last season. Sean Jeffers, Mitchell Weiss looking to score the goals since arriving from Chelmsford and Kings Langley, respectively. And they will hope that Joe Gaffano's goals can be shared between both of those to ensure they don't struggle this season. Really like the look of St Albans so far. Like I say, unbeaten in the division, going to the team in top of the league. I think it'll be a pretty good game. St Albans lost to Dartford in the last home game before the season was scrapped last season. 1-1 last time back here in August last year. Going to go for a 2-0 Dartford win. I think St Albans' unbeaten run is going to go to an end only due to the fact that the Dartford look very, very good this season. Second bottom host second to top at Champion Hill as Dulwich Hamlet fully rested from Saturday after a postponement in their match at Hungerford. That would have done them a little bit of a rest from the defeat at Havant last weekday. No wins in the last 5 matches in all competitions though for Dulwich, and they've got to start winning soon. They will not want to be struggling down the bottom. They had a very slow start last year, and it looks like it's going much the same this. Dorking, on the other hand, have won 5 out of their 6 in the league this season. 10 goals in their 4 away games, and Jason Pryor on fire yet again. A hat-trick against Tonbridge on Saturday. He really is the man to turn to in this division, isn't he? Last meeting here was in 2018 in the Eastbourne Premier. Dulwich won 4-0 as they won promotion that season. 0-0 between these two last season in the only meeting before the season was scrapped. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Dorking away win. I think Dorking are very strong. They've really recruited well, as we mentioned in the preview on Saturday. And I think Dulwich have got a little bit of work to do to be challenging teams like Dorking this season. So a 3-1 away win for me. 2 playoff sides meet here. Ebbsfleet go up against Maidstone. Ebbsfleet unbeaten in 4 tight wins or defeats so far this season, but wins outweigh with the quality they possess this year, certainly for Ebbsfleet. The visitors are Maidstone, a very decent start. Lost to Dartford on Saturday, which would have dented them a little bit, but joint highest goal scorers in the division certainly know where the back of the net is. It's very tough to judge both of these sides. They're both very well drilled. I think Ebbsfleet's quality is showing a little bit. The last visit here from Maidstone was 1-1 in the National League, but Ebbsfleet unbeaten in the last 4 versus Maidstone. I think that's going to continue on Tuesday night. I'm going to go for an Ebbsfleet win by 1-0. Looking at our next match takes us to Hampton and Richmond, who are 9th in the division, going up against 16th place Hempstead. Hampton and Richmond, 3 wins from their 6 games. Defensively, brilliant. Only 3 goals conceded so far this season. Defensively, they really do look like a tough unit in those 6 games. On the other side, they've only scored 5. However, if you've got a real strong defensive unit, if you nick that goal, chances are points will be coming. Won their last 3 league games without conceding, all away from home. 2 home games so far for Hampton and Richmond, and in both of those they have failed to win. So they seem to set up very well away from home. And while they're not disastrously that bad at home, they need to get that victory sooner or later. Hemel Hempstead, a bit of a blow on Saturday, wasn't it? To losing at home to Welling United. Only 2 wins for them so far, Hemel Hempstead. Both coming away from home though, so that's something to take into this game on Tuesday night. They need to find form to keep a top half finish from last season. I think they're going to come away with something that on Tuesday. Hampton already won 1-0 against Hemel this year in the FA Cup, and Hemel won here 2-1 last season. So going here, I think the points will be shared on Tuesday, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between these two sides. Two sides hovering around mid-table is Oxford City and Chippenham. Oxford very unlucky to come away with nothing away at Havant on Saturday. Dominated the first half. Second half they kind of fell away a little bit and haven't got the 3 points. What Oxford don't want to do is let the season slip away a little bit. A great start. An FA Cup run has been brilliant. But defeat to Havant on Saturday means they now stand of 1 league win in their last 4. And they'll be looking to get back onto winning ways at home to Chippenham. Chippenham lost their last 4 in all competition, so they're going to need something going away here to be something to cling on to. Chippenham did win here 3-1 in March, unbeaten in the last 3 visits as well, so that's something positive as they head to Oxford. Have Oxford got one eye on November the 29th with Shrewsbury away to try and get to that all-important 3rd round for these clubs? Potentially. I think Oxford's form will definitely falter a little bit leading up to that game. It's about how they react if they go out the cup. Can they claw their quality start back around again to make that playoff push, which they look more than capable of doing. But I'm going to go for points shared here at Marsh Lane. I'm going to go for Oxford City to be drawing 2-2 with Chippenham due to Chippenham's decent form going to Oxford, and they're going to be really up for this to try and prove a point after their last 4 games with 4 defeats. Slough came into the National League South last year and really did, give it all, didn't they, before the break-up in play. Lost in the playoffs last season. Very tough side to beat Slough last year, but 1 win in their 5 league games so far, and it's been a very slow start from them. The 2-0 defeat at Billericay on Saturday would have hurt, and they will be without suspended Ryan Bird for the visit of third team in the table, Hungerford. Hungerford had a game postponed on Saturday, so they had that little bit of rest over Slough than what they did. It means haven't had that chance to overturn that defeat last time out, but they'll be up for some revenge here to try and get something out of Slough. 5 wins in their 7 this season so far for last year's strugglers. Hungerford have really started the season fantastically, scoring goals, and outplaying a few sides along the way. Hungerford actually won here as well last year, so that's a bit of confidence for them as well. And I think they're going to win again this time. I think Slough are very finding it hard at the moment at the start of this season to get to back to that level of how high they were last year. I'm going to go for Hungerford to take the points here though. 3 points and a 2-1 victory for Hungerford here at Arbour Park. Next we go to Longmead Stadium, and it's Tonbridge Angels going up against Eastbourne Borough. Tonbridge, if form pattern continued, then this would result in a win for Tonbridge, such as their win-lose strategy. 2 clean sheets out of the last 5 for Tonbridge. However, in the 3 games other than those 5 is 3 defeats with 15 goals conceded. So when they're on it, they're on it, and when they're not, they seem to capitulate a little bit. I'm going to need a bit of consistency to try and, do a little bit of something this year. Nothing's expected from Tonbridge, though, and 14th place at the moment is about right for how they've started this season. Coming here is Eastbourne, unbeaten in 6 league games, a 4-0 win on Saturday, and they look very, very strong, don't they? Dean Cox with 2 in 2. The goals of Whelpdale, Walker around, and Eastbourne look very strong this year. Total different kettle of fish to how they were getting on at the end, towards the end of last season, and I think Eastbourne will be nearabouts up there this season as well. They've started very, very well. They won here 2-1 last season, and I think a 3-0 victory is coming on Tuesday. I think Tonbridge are going to find it very hard, and I think 2 defeats in a row is going to come their way. Eastbourne I can't look past at the moment, so I'm going to go for Tonbridge 0, Eastbourne 3. We finished the round up with a trip to Welling hosting Billericay, who have turned it around a little bit of late, haven't they? Welling go into this game though after their first league win of the season away at Hemel on Saturday, making it 2 games unbeaten, going up against a Billericay side who have won their last 2 games and scored 6 in the process. Jake Robinson is in hot form, as he has been through the years of Billericay. Jamie O'Hara says he's been pretty happy with the start of the season. They played against some top sides at the start, which has culminated in them having a few weeks without picking up points, but they're starting to pick it together now, just lower mid-table. Between these 2 sides, Welling won this 2-0 in March, stopping Billericay's run of 3 wins against the Wings. But I think Billericay will get that win back under their belts against Welling. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory here for Billericay. And Welling are going to go a little bit longer to look for that first elusive home win. So there we go, guys. There are predictions for the National League South as we look ahead to the games on Tuesday, 17th of November 2020. We're still in that lockdown. We still can't get along to support our boys, but literally pay the money to watch the streams so there's some income coming into your club. And good luck to anyone this week. Don't forget to comment down below on who you think will pick up 3 points on the Tuesday. Is your side playing, or is your side in a different league, and where are they playing? Let us know of what a team you want us to focus on in a future video. But don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you stay up to date with all the videos we've got coming every week, and stay safe and up the footy.